Hello my beautiful crafty friends. Today I am wanting to make some paint skins for some other projects that I have going on. So I got some new pre-mixed pouring paints in the mail, so we're gonna have a pour off and see which ones do better. I'm gonna try doing a rainbow pour with each one of them. These ones are Pouring Masters and these ones are Arteza. I'm gonna try to do a ring and ribbon pour with each one of these and see if there's any difference between the two of them. Okay, so I've got some just page protectors that are inside of chipboard so I can kind of tilt them and move them around a little bit. I'm working on my incredibly messy silicone mat that I really need to scrub clean at some point in life, but you know, that's later. And I've got my silicone cups. So I'm going to start layering them in my silicone cups and then we'll go from there. So we'll start with the Arteza. Just gonna move these out of the way. So I'm going to pour these into the cup in the order of the rainbow, and I'm going to do 2 layers and we shall see what happens. Okay, so we're going to do fairly shallow little puddles. Okay, so these are much more neon than the Pouring Masters, these Arteza, but we will see what happens. These are very bright. This is going to be a pretty crazy looking rainbow. I'm doing the rainbow simply because the Pouring Masters just came with those 6 colors plus black and white. So I wanted it to be as fair a comparison as possible. So I'm trying to make the colors as similar as possible. I wonder if I should have put white in the center, like in between them for contrast. Oh well, that's all right. Okay, so I've done 2 layers. So let's move the bottles out of the way and close the lid so I don't spill them. And then I'll bring you down. And we'll try doing a ring and ribbon pour. I'm going to wait until I get at least all 6 of the colors down and then maybe start doing some ribbons. Oh, it's looking quite pretty. I almost don't want to mess it up with ribbons. Okay. So I might stretch this just a tiny bit first. Oh, they're gorgeous colors. Very, very vibrant. Okay, that's good, I think. All right, so now let's do some ribbons across it, and if I regret doing this, then I'll just do another ribbon pour. All right, and then stretch that just a little bit to stretch the ribbons themselves a bit. It's still looking pretty cool. Oop, trying to save as much as possible on the sheet itself. All right, I'm going to set this aside to dry, and we will do the other one. Okay, got fresh canvas, fresh cup, and we'll try with the Pouring Masters. Ooh, the blue seems much runnier than the other ones. I don't know why. Consistency is definitely a little bit different. Okay, let's do 2 rounds of these colors. Okay. All right, going in. Let's do it. Oh, these ones are much more flowy. Okay, stretch that a bit and then we'll ribbon it a little bit. I think I am going to do just a straight ring pour with each of these sets of colors as well, because it's so pretty. Now let's do some, I'm just going to kind of maybe go in a figure 8 with the ribbons. Well, there is much more left in the cup than I realized. Okay, and now we'll give that a little bit of a stretch. I feel like these ones kind of like blended together slightly more. I don't know. They both look quite cool. Okay, I'm gonna let this one dry and then I'll show you the dry results. So just for comparison's sake, I decided that I'm gonna do a couple pours with some higher end paints just to see how they compare to the cheaper brands. So I've got some golden fluid acrylic. I don't have any orange, so the rainbow is going to be missing orange in this case, but I think that's okay. I guess I could make orange, but I don't have that much left in any of these bottles. They're all almost empty. That's why I thought I'm just going to use them up doing this. And then I'm also going to try it with some Amsterdam paints. So these are kind of like a student grade paint, so they're kind of like a mid-road. So I'm going to try them with these as well. So I'm going to be diluting these with a pouring medium. I might just end up using this Pouring Masters, even though the Pouring Masters paint might not be a super high grade. I don't really want to use my expensive pouring medium for experiments, so I'm just going to use this that came with the paints that I bought. Okay, so I'm gonna get all of that mixed up. I'm gonna layer them in the same way, and then I'll just show you the pour part. Okay, so I've got my colors layered in my cup there. I'm going with the Amsterdam paints first. Looks so pretty in there. Okay, so let's give it a shot and see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna let this stretch out and move. And then we'll do some ribbons. Okay, oh, there's a lot of yellow in here. There might be an overpowering amount of yellow, but we'll see. Okay, let's do some ribbons. Yeah, the ribbons didn't quite flow as nicely as I wanted them to, but that's okay. We'll just stretch this out and see what we get. I mean, the nice thing about using skins, like I'm going to use these probably for jewelry. So I mean, you only need small bits of the skin. So as long as I can get enough bits to cover the cabochons, then I'm happy. I'm just trying to get all these little holes filled in here. Okay, we've got some very cool patterns happening on that one. Okay, I'm going to set this one aside to dry and clean myself up. Okay, so I've got my golden paints all ready to go. So we're just going to do the same thing. It's very satisfying, actually, these ring pours. Okay, so I don't know what I missed. My camera ran out of memory. Very rude. I just did the golden ring and ribbon pour. So hopefully you caught it, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm out of paint now, so yeah, anyway. So that's what it looks like. So I'm just gonna wait a couple days until they all dry, and then we will see the results. Okay, so all of my paint skins have been drying for a few days, and I've taken all but one off of the sheet protectors, and I've just got them in some parchment paper. So let me show you the results in order that we did them. So this is the Arteza. So I'm pretty impressed with this one. It definitely kept the lines, they all stayed. It's quite vibrant. So I'm pretty impressed with how this one turned out, actually, for being a fairly inexpensive paint. It's a very good skin. It's quite thick, and there's a lot that I can do with it. The red is definitely taking over, but it's quite a cool one, and there's lots that I can do with it, so I'm happy with that one. Pour Masters. I did try to start making a project with this already to show you, and it didn't quite work out. So I do have this one. This one is already cut, but as you can see, it did not do so well. It's cracking, everything kind of blended together. The rings didn't stay defined. The texture isn't very good. So I'm definitely not a fan of the Pour Masters. I won't ever buy that one again. I don't think it's a very good paint. I mean, it was quite cheap, but you are definitely getting what you're paid for there. Okay. This is the Amsterdam. Now, the Amsterdam is only a couple... I did these ones actually a few days before these ones, the second two. So this one has had much more of a chance to dry. So this one does have... It is dry, but it's still very, very, very shiny, as you can see. So I did just take it off the page protector today. But it held up incredibly well. Like, look at the definition in those rings. Like, the colors are so vibrant. It really is a very, very cool skin. There's so much that I can do with this one. I'm really stoked on this one. So Amsterdam, definitely a good one. I did also do just a straight up ring pour with the Amsterdam paints, because it just looked so gorgeous that I didn't want to do any ribbons on it. So I decided to just keep it like this, and I'm so happy that I did. I love that corner up there. So I'm just waiting for that one to completely dry, and then I will peel it off its page protector. And lastly, we have the golden. So this is the golden. Now, the rings just didn't really stay at all. I'm kind of surprised by this one, actually. I thought golden would be my my forerunner, but it dried really funny. There's no rings at all. Like, it just kind of completely changed. I don't know if it was because I used a pouring medium that I'm not used to. Not quite sure, but still not quite. It is a little tacky. I got it off the page protector, but it's pretty sticky on there, so I'm just gonna leave it for a bit as well. But I was surprisingly unimpressed with that. And then I also did just a ring pour with the golden. But I mean, this part here is quite pretty, but even still, it like kind of separated, and I don't know why. Like, it didn't produce really beautiful rings. And then over here, I don't know what happened over here. It just got like a muddy mess. So, in my opinion, I would say that I don't know, honestly, the golden fluids is my second least favorite. So the Pour Master, definitely the worst. Pour Master is definitely, in my opinion, the worst one. But then the fluid acrylics, the golden is, I'm saying that's number 3 of the 4 of them. And then I really do like the definition and everything of the Arteza. I just found that the colors were a little bit, some of them just got kind of lost. So Arteza is number 2, and Amsterdam is definitely my favorite. Both of these are pretty phenomenal pieces, I think. Like, they look pretty cool, and I'm gonna be able to make a lot of really cool jewelry and such out of them, so very happy with these. So Amsterdam for the win. Alright, so I hope that you got something out of it. It was fun to experiment and just to see, you know, what different paints do. So, you know, you don't have to go with the top of the end, like the highest end paint, and spend tons and tons of money. But I also wouldn't go with the absolute cheapest. I think the dollar store paints that I've gotten are actually better than those Pouring Master. They were just crap. Anyway, I will be making some projects with these soon, and I will share those with you when I do them. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will see you again soon. Please hit that subscribe button down below and give a little boop to the bell icon as well, and then you'll never miss a video. All right, big hugs. Bye.